Article Amici ticket. Lawyer says Kenneth Okonkwo traded his brain for a sharp tongue. Hey, wait. People know how to insult people, though. Really? He just has a sharp mouth and he can only speak English language. And that's the really thing Kenneth Okonkwo has. He doesn't really have sense like that. Human rights lawyer Amadu Abuchi Idam has accused a chieftain of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Kenneth Okonkwo, of exchanging his brain for his sharp tongue. No be small thing. Idam was responding to the rejection of the Atiku Amichi's ADC presidential ticket by Okonkwo. Okonkwo also faulted the ADC's decision to pick the South-South former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, as a running mate of Atiku Abubakar. ADC chieftain vows not to campaign for Atiku if his running mate is not Southeast. Person wey no get sense. You have a Southeastern person that is your brother that is running for presidential election. You are not supporting him. You want to support an Hausa person, a Fulani person that is not even their turn yet. Then you want him to pick a Southeast person as VP. You Abi? Kenneth is not okay. But Idam in the same message, Kenneth Okonkwo appears to have exchanged his brain for an abnormally sharp tongue, has spoken again. This time around, he appears to be touting a presidential ticket that makes provision for the Southeast either as president or vice president. On the surface, one might be tempted to view this as a pan-Igbo instance, but the real question is, what could really be motivating his agitation? I suspect that he at one point played himself as possible running mate, to Atiku Abubakar, a wild ambition that may have gone a long way in destroying his public image. Greed and an overreaching ambition are the only explanations for how he ever persuaded himself that such a possibility existed, like in your wildest dream. In your wildest dream. Did your father says it's time to know who's money for house rent? What qualifies Kenneth Okonkwo, a chieftain of ADC, is someone that couldn't be allowed into a meeting in Atiku's house. He dey whine himself now. Imagine Atiku, Kenneth. Atiku and Kenneth, even Atiku knows that he will be a joker. Atiku Amichi is still a joke to me, but Kenneth, Obiko Council remains the first opposition force. Obiko Council is a sweet combination, 70%, Atiku Amichi 60%. Where there will be issue is marketing will be to Northerners. Amichi already had audience in the North. But do you think he has all the audience in the North? It's not possible. Odo Kapi says, Okonkwo is still living in bondage. Adeni Samuel says, Peter Obi is a criminal masquerading as an integrity upright man. Now, you sabi that man. If he has any criminal history, come and tell us. Come and tell us. He's here to explain how he kept Anambra's money. Explain to who? Who are you? Tell Tinubu to come and explain how he's been spending the trillions of naira that they have borrowed. I beg. Ultimate says his wide mouth has misled him. Abasetochi says, "My people everywhere. Charge and be lawyer." Beast Man TV says, the man is just trying to maintain relevance, but he's going about it all wrong. I'm telling you, trying to attack Kobe and all of that. It's just like as if they don't jazz and to they misbehave. Oliver says he has joined APC. Good for him. Cleto says, very soon, Kenneth Okonkwo will repent, recant, beg Sheyi and decamp to APC for political accommodation. That's what he's going to do last. Kenneth thinks having a big and wild mouth and speaking uncautiously amounts to public acceptance. He's only acquiring rude, crude, and negative prominence like Daniel Bala, Elno Mokri, and FF Kayode. Yes, that's what he's doing. Some people, they are very good with their spoken English. They can speak English very well. And so because they can speak English very well, they think they are wise or they are smarter than some other persons that their English is not as good. But sometimes they don't have sense. Example, Kenneth Okonkwo. Obina says Kenneth Okonkwo village people no allow and get sense. They manipulate them seriously, no be smart. Ochuku says Kenneth Okonkwo is a useless prodigal son. He thought that Atiku would choose him for vice president. What kind of thought is that one? What person they make nothing say Atiku will make him VP? Based in mouth. Kenneth Okonkwo, your mumu done too much. Are you tired of criticizing Peter Obi? Now it's ADC. I assure you, I assure you, it is well with him. Roland says, I once thought that this was a script called Kenneth Okonkwo, but now I know that I was very right. A new chapter will open from his appearance tonight, so please watch out for that very mind-blowing episode. He promises to be very comical, even though this is tragedy. Okay, now. Since he says that's the sign of still living in bondage. I'm telling you, he's still living in bondage. Okonkwo has no brain. He says he's both brainless and clueless. Obiemeka said, why won't he aspire for that position? Is he not qualified by any chance? This is stupidity and hypocrisy. Kenneth Okonkwo may have flawed in many ways via his words or hardline political stance, but he has the right and is qualified to vie for any political position of his choice. And he should come and vie now. Who is holding him? Nobody is holding him now. Is anybody holding him? Oyemaichi says he's not politically inclined, just ordinary saboteur. Obviously, I'm thinking that Kenneth Okonkwo is gradually becoming mad in a way, like his mental health is being affected at this point. Something is wrong with him. So let his people be taking mental notes. Emmanuel Wanko says Kenneth Okonkwo, that name now sounds like a confused woman. Be very confused though. Very confused. Aniseto says, what qualitative analysis puts him on a standard position for VP? Does Kenneth think Nigeria is Togo or Benin Republic? Is that the particles in his upper chamber are not functional enough? He aspired his political career, I'm telling you. He thought it's African magic that we are acting here. Don't mind him. Prince Chidi says he now cares about Ndigbo. Okonkwo is finished. He's very finished. Odemoyo says, I swear, he just fell from grace to grass overnight. Don't mind him. Judge and be lawyer. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.